ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome from Whitley Bay. I'm Adam Matman, and joining me for this one is Phil the Thrill Edgar. Phil, how's it going, my friend?
Not bad, Adam, not bad. Pumped up, ready to be here. Looks like they've got some new lines painted for the big cup game.
Yeah, no expense spared for this one, and the cup's in the house as well.
Absolutely, yeah, I'm staring at it right now. I'm just going to go grab it, might as well.
Last night, the two teams played up in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Racers came out with a 4-2 win, so a little bit of work for the Warriors this evening if they want to turn this one around.
Yeah, a lot of a different scenario set up here. Clearly, this rink's a bit smaller than the Murrayfield one, so I know yesterday it looked like we were a bit slow. Big ice, lot to cover. I'm sure they're used to that, practicing there, playing there. But it's a hard barn to win in. And I know I spoke to the lads before, and I think they're pumped up. I've got goosebumps right now speaking about it, so I think they're going to come out absolutely flying and put these boys in the dirt.
Let's hope so. Well, trying to dig it out the corner here with Grigors going with him. Campbell stopped in his tracks. That allows Danskin the time to clear up as far as Michael Island on the far side. Bit of a check coming in from Dean Holland, but it's the Racers who carried in with Danskin. Good work by Queenan. Good on the hustle. A bit of a turnover. Owen Boyd's in the slot here. Fires. Good push save by the Noswell. And then Galchi's follow-up just deflected wide. Warriors trying to get it out here with Queenan. Slips it forward to Ben Campbell. Had to wait for it to come to him, but just allowed Grigors a bit of time to recover there. Campbell off the end boards, and then a bit of an arm in the face there, perhaps, from Galchi, and the referee's called it straight away. So, charging's a call, but certainly looked like an elbow flying up into the face, didn't it?
Maybe a little bit. Starting to, I'm biased here, but these refs are giving soft penalties. Clearly, 6-game ban, obviously not worth it. So, I don't know. That looked like a clean hit to me, but maybe his arm got a little bit high. Certainly not like the old days where they're used to seeing hits in this building, anyways.
That's fired back in by Finlayson, collected by Borwick, tried to get it out, but 3 times has played the man. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty on the Warriors. No real complaints for that. That was interference.
I'm not surprised he's called that, to be fair.
But I guess it's one of them where Rowley felt that if he was away and got behind him, it's one of them. You've got to take one for the team, I guess.
Yeah.
Johnson in the corner with Dean Holland. Holland trying to get it clear here. Comes across to Carl Ross, who plays it into neutralise, and then out wide to Dean Holland's going to motor forward, winds up the slap shot, fires straight into the breadbasket. Owen McGill held on to that one, but great opportunity, probably the best chance we've had so far.
I'd say so, yeah. Unreal pass by Ben.
An unusual clearance by the Racers, but they're going to carry it out with Boyd. Gets a return pass. Took a stick to the chin last night, which is why he's wearing a face gash. I think it might have been a puck that hit him, but split his chin open.
His finger's busted too, isn't it? That's what I hear.
I heard that as well the other week, yeah. So he's in the wars a little bit, but
good for him for playing, to be fair.
And that's going to be another penalty on the Warriors then. Sean Kipping getting suckered into that one by Boyd. And Callum Boyd knows what he's doing. And he's got under Skippy's skin early on here.
Yeah, you don't want to waste your time with him. There's no point.
No, he's kind of like the Brad Marchand, isn't he, of this league in a way. He knows what he's doing, he gets the reactions, and he's just bought himself a power play for his team.
Yeah. Go on, Dean.
And then Dean Holland trying to carry it through, takes it to centre ice, out wide, fired, kick save, comes back out. Campbell couldn't quite get on the end of that rebound. It was sitting almost invitingly, but just couldn't get there.
Packed house tonight for the record there. Still, they were lining up when I got in here outside.
Yeah, but forecast to be around 2,000. There's fans behind the net, which we haven't seen for a while as a shot comes in from distance. But it's definitely what you'd call a bumper crowd. It's the largest crowd I've seen for years, in fact. Harley, with the backhand of a stick, just sends it towards goal. I think Finlayson had lost his stick and it's in the back of the net, and Harry Harley shoots and scores. And the Warriors get the goal on the night. Scratch my back with a hacksaw. It's Warriors 1, Racers 0.
That's exactly what we needed. Ben Richards, I think, behind the net, pops it back out to Harry, who's always going to snipe, especially top right.
Blasted around the boards, it will come out. Carl Ross will have to chase this one back. He's got Dan Pye alongside him as an option, but he'll take it around the boards behind the goal. Campbell clears the zone. Grigors.
Oh, no.
And I think Queenan was committed to that. Grigors had gone down head first into the boards. It was... I don't honestly think Queenan's got that intent in him. I think he was just committed to the hit there, but it looked bad.
It did look bad. He was protecting the puck, facing the boards, and it looks like Queenan, turned the brakes on a little bit, but hit from behind, I mean, all in all, so hopefully he just gets it to boarding, maybe, something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Callum Boyd speared him last night and he only got 2 minutes, so...
yeah, there you go.
Swings and roundabouts, I guess, but it did look bad, but knowing Queenan as well as we do, he's not really that sort of nasty physical type of player, is he?
He wouldn't be trying to hurt him or anything like that, he's just playing hard.
Well, indeed, yeah, absolutely. It's all very well winning on the night, but as you say, it has to count over the 2 legs.
Let's go on, Ben.
Now Ben Campbell's away. He's got Reed with him, fires early, and that's going to be gloved by McGill. Great opportunity, but perhaps Ben just shot a little bit early there. As the Racers win the draw in their own zone. Now look to come forward here with about 1:10 now on their power play. Shot from Grigors will be covered up by Van Oswald. And then Jordan Barb's pushing Gauchi away, who has a little bit of a cross-check at Jordan. But Jordan just there to protect his goalie, as you see 100 times in a game from various teams. Campbell chasing down his man. Grigors receives the pass. One last Hail Mary of a pass, really, as Boyd's lost his footing here. Collects it back, he's in the high slot, gets a shot away with Simpson coming in, but Warriors have killed it off back to full strength. Racers still have the play in the Warriors zone, though. Simpson will be back under the stick over the top of a goal, and then Boyd, he's just thrown a punch there at Carl Ross, but again it's been missed by the officials, and is it going to ignite here perhaps? It was looking like it might do, and now Boyd's gone down clutching his face, but don't know how he's managed to do that with a face cage on. It's come free, Holmes slips it forward for Smed, but Smedley will cut that one out, across to Finlinson on the left wing. Finlinson forward to Barnes. Can he get in behind Simpson? He will. Can he get the shot away? Oh no, it just tipped up. I think perhaps McGill might have just got a touch on that, and it just angled it up over the bar. Vital interception if he did. Smedley collects it centre red, fires it back in. Reed will gather for the Racers behind his net. Off the boards, forward, that's allowed Gary Simpson some space. Fired, and Oswald's made the save, but had to clear his own rebound then. No real support from the D. Will clear the zone, collected by Dean Holland. Forward to Ben Richards, gets a tip, he'll chase. Grigors is going to chase with him, but Ben Richards just about won the foot race there. And then some wild hits coming in as well. Gauchi having a word with Campbell, but it's going to be a penalty on the Warriors, and I don't get why, to be perfectly honest with you. Holding on, let's see who he points to. Is it? Might be Jordan Barnes, surely. It looks like he's being led away. That must have happened. No, Barnes is skating away. It's on Ben Richards, so it must have been down at the bottom, but I mean,
I think if we were going to compare it to last night, there were a lot more soft calls last night, so happy to have Emerson back.
Indeed, yeah. He's to say he has official this fairly. We can't really say that was the same last night with some very soft calls given. And we've got another sort of coming together, but we're not quite sure what this is for.
I think he blew it down for high stick.
High sticks on Harry Harley. Now, is he being led away? Callum Queenan having a word as well. Yeah, the box is going to be opened, and the Warriors are going to find themselves on a 5-on-3 here. Callum Queenan is going in the box for the Warriors. Boy just about keeps it in. Grigors will help him out. And the Racers player's lost his stick. Shot from distance. Greekans as well, and Lawson kicks it away. 25 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Simpson across, shot blocked again. Blasted clear by Dean Holland, the captain, all the way down for McGill to gather in.
This penalty kill has been a lot better tonight from the Warriors, that has to be said.
It is a massive improvement on last night, but still a long way to go here as Martin Simpson carries it in. Sorry, Gary Simpson even. 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Warriors back to 4 men. Draw one by the Warriors, back to a point. Pushed clear by the blocker. Warriors trying to crush this one home. Campbell scrambling there. Danskin and McGill almost trying to get to the puck, but still with Campbell. Pushed it forward. It's a bit of a scramble going on again, but McGill's just got the glove out. I think he's done enough to cover that one up, but Warriors really look desperate there. Reed will close him down. It comes loose for Dean Holland. Holland will cycle it back to Campbell. Campbell squeeze against the boards. He's upended. That's going to be a penalty on the Racers here. So an opportunity for the Warriors to get their power play out here to work. And well, I mean, it's really the last one. They've only had one all game, and that only lasted about 40 seconds. So I'm sure they'll be hoping to try and utilise the shot from Harry Harley. So that will come back to Boyd now. He'll look to carry it out. Oh, he's lost it. Harley played out wide, fired by Campbell. Harley probably should have gone himself, but he was trying to set up Campbell. And now Boyd's in one-on-one. They've given it away here, and he scored. And the Warriors have just thrown that one away there. Really great opportunity at one end. Harley should have probably took the shot himself, and Boyd's just got to go back, and the Warriors are back to square one with having to find 2 goals this evening.
Yeah, it'd be love to hit him, but Callum Boyd very quick there, managed to just scoop up that puck, take it in. Seemed like the Warriors had fell asleep there at the back, and I mean, I was just saying it before, that would have been a lot better not leave Richie hung out to dry, and the Warriors have pulled the time out now.
Yeah, pulled the time out, which well, I don't know what we're going to say here, but yeah, I mean, it's never good to give up a short-handed goal, as Phil Edgar was saying in the first period, but Warriors will look to blast that one out the zone, which they do. Jordan Barnes is going to chase this one down. He'll get there, so no icing called. Oh, and that's a push by Danskin. He's gone head first. It's very similar to that of the one on Grigors before, so again, I don't think it was that bad of a hit, but if you've called one, I guess you've got to call the other. I think that's what Jordan Barnes is asking for here. I mean, there wasn't much difference between that one and the Queenham one, really, was there? I mean, I think on the whole it had been fair, but I think that was quite a harsh one on Alex Christie, I've got to say. Now Boyd's got away here. Can he get one-on-one? He's going to be brought down here by Harley. He's been upended. Lawson scrambling to get back in his goal. The Warriors going to be careful here. But then Lawson will cover this one up. But same move again, though, and the Warriors haven't learned from it. But yes, they're pushing to try and get the goal back, but they let Boyd all alone there, and he could have cashed that one home. Campbell gets it back. Gauchi will look to pick this one off. Johnson can't keep it in, and now it's with Boyd again. He's one-on-one with Carl Ross. Slips it over to Reed. Good save by Oswald. He was sliding across his crease there, wasn't being able to get back up, but helped out massively there by his D to sweep that one clear. Tried to go near side there, was Gauchi. That will be covered up by Oswald again, and well, another frustrating power play for the Warriors is really it's the Racers who are making better use of it. Exactly what the Racers needed to do on that first play, and then Richie Lawson, who left his crease, collided with Gauchi. Campbell go around his man. Good play by Grigors though. Good defensive work by him. Off to Greetans, who fires. Good blocker save by McGill. That will do it for the second period, but it means the Warriors get a minute 37 of power play on fresh ice. It was a shame though, because it seemed like they were just building up a head of steam there. Now Campbell's open on the near side. Is it back to Holland, who opened another point for Greetans. Fires, deflected shot away by Gauchi. Falls for Campbell. Warriors will have to go again. Harley's in open space here. Back to Campbell. And he's fired into a top corner, and Big Ben strikes one. I've seen that fish before, and the Warriors have made it 2-1 on the night and are halfway to get their target. But a great strike, and really, Matthew, one that came out of nowhere almost. I don't think anyone was expecting to shoot then, but he let off a rocket which found the top corner where Mama keeps the best cookies.
Yeah, just cycling as you would on the power play, and then Campbell just hesitated and then took the shot right into the top corner of the net. Great goal, and just what the Warriors need at the start of this third period. Only one goal in it now, it's all to play for.
49 seconds gone then in this third period. Now Warriors 2, Racers 1. So on Skippy through the middle here. Can he get the finish? Oh, and he's fired high up. It hit McGill right in the neck area. It was a rising shot, but he split the D there, and suddenly the Warriors have got a bit of confidence. It's really brought the crowd back into the game as well. Loose puck, it's going to be gathered in. Oh, it's a heavy touch by Finlayson, and then the shot coming in. Traffic in the net, empty goal, but flash through the crease, and then another one comes in. Kippen with, I think, Simpson stick under his blades. Just getting free. Finlayson on the left wing now. Tie, if they had. Grigors from the point fires it back in, and then a quick release again. Good defensive work by Grigors, who Collins now walked it back though, fires and he's in the back of the net, and Dean Holland, the captain, has tied it up. They've tied it up here. She wants to sell my monkey.
What a fantastic goal there for the Warriors. Came out of nowhere, but
Dean Holland.
the puck just came up through the middle, and they couldn't quite get on that, but then it fell nicely for Dean Holland, brought it in the back of the net, and it's all tied up, and ripped up 50-50 tickets everywhere. The ground's electric here.
Campbell. That sort of ran along the top of the boards there, just underneath the plexiglass. Back into play. Campbell again trying to work some space for himself. Puck on a string almost there as the race is looking to break out fast here with Holmes. Good coverage by Johnson though. And then Boyd collides with Ben Campbell, was it? Perhaps it was Campbell, yeah. Purely accidental between those two. I don't think they were even looking at each other when they ran into each other.
No, and I think Campbell only went down because he was just trying to get over him and continue with what he was doing, but couldn't quite land it. So
Boyd though can't get in the zone, has to cycle back round. Campbell coming back in to meet him. Covered up by Van Oswald though, and Boyd sprays him there. Van Oswald gave him a knowing glance there, he wasn't happy. And Boyd sort of putting the innocent hands up to say, I'm sorry, and Lawson wasn't having it really. There was a few push and shoves going in, but nothing major to be worried about with 8:36 to go in regulation. Forced out, that's going to have to come out the zone. Grigors will probably not realise that as Holland grabs it, winds one up, but he shots charged down. I think it came off Martin Simpson. Back they come with Simpson Greeton straight out of the box, collides with Gauchi. And Gauchi's complaining there. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Sure, no, or is there? He came straight out of the box to challenge him. Gauchi was a puck handler. And Lutz is leading Greetans away, saying that's a penalty. That's, face off in the Racers zone. Warriors win it. Fired in by Kyle Ross off the boards with just over a minute left on this Racers power play. Campbell's upended, flicked in by...
It's going to be a penalty as well.
Yeah, it's come in by Campbell. Runs into McGill. I'm not sure who hit who there really, but we'll put that down to an incident. And there's going to be a tripping call maybe on Gauchi. So Warriors back on the power play with, a 4-on-4 with 54 seconds. And then after that, the Warriors will revert to going on to a power play. But Michael Ireland will look to try and poke this one clear. Gets it around Craig Johnson. And now Ireland's got a bit of a break on here. And he scored, he's put it into the back of the net. And could that be the goal that's just won the cup for the Murrayfield Racers? Breakaway there, he got around Craig Johnson, nobody seemed to want to stop him. He just, Warriors seemed a little bit slow to sense the danger there. And, Michael Ireland could well have just decided this game with 3:41 to go. Really, there'll be question marks asked about that one, but the Warriors have just got to get on with it. Queenan out wide, centres it. Oh, there's a pain effort by Sean Gibbon, but great setup by Queenan. That was maybe the chance to tie it there with 1:40 to go. Back come the Racers. Ireland out wide. The shot comes back off the gloves of Richie Lawson. Now Josh Maddock. Josh Maddock out wide, plays it forward. Simpson. Gary Simpson will gather. To Martin Simpson. And then Gary again. He tips it back in. Maddock. Lawson will leave it. 1:10 to go. Is he going to look for a signal from the bench to go for the extra attacker? He is. He's going now, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Watson fires it in. No, it's not. Was Harlan fires it in the back of the net, and Dean Holland has just tied it up again. Dean Holland has tied it up again. Get in the fast lane, Grandma. This bingo game's ready to roll.
And just as it looked like it was all over for the Warriors, they've come back and put it back in the net. 1 minute to go, and it's a tie again.
Can you believe it? 4-2 the score last night, 4-2 the score tonight. It's now 6-all on aggregate.
Can you believe it, Adam?
No, I can't. I really can't, because everything that's happened this weekend, I would say that the breaks haven't always been on the Warriors' side, and I think to be perfectly fair, Murrayfield have been the better team over the two games. I'm not going to take anything away from them. So Campbell back to Ross. Johnson. Warriors again going with a very conservative looking lineup with 2 deep. Johnson carries it in. Campbell in the high slot. Can he finish? Oh, he fired far too high. Hits the netting above. But I mean, Ben Campbell in that position, that's exactly where you want him, and unfortunately just got a bit too much on it and hit it into the top net in 3:15 left in this sudden death overtime. And the Warriors fans trying to do their part to spur on their team. Gauci with the draw, gets it back to the point. 5 back in. Dug out the corner, so heavy touch just about kept in though by Grigors. Fired wide, Boyd, kick save by the Oswald. Gauci's trying to clear it and it's covered up and just got caught underneath the Oswald just in front of his hat. And in the end he was able just to get the bit on it, but for a second there was some nervy moments. He couldn't see it and then he did, but the Racers I think couldn't quite react to it either. We're going to get a face-off just to the right of Richie Lawson, by the looks of it. 1:53 left in sudden death overtime. Gauci and Ross, but it's the Warriors who come out with it. Oh, there's a poor giveaway to Boyd. He's in, he's scored, he's won it for the Racers. Callum Boyd. Congratulations to the Murrayfield Racers then, who win it in overtime. I think it was a script that was always going to be written that it would be Callum Boyd who would hit the winner. I can't say that the Racers haven't deserved it, though, because I think over the 2 legs they've arguably been the better team. They've worked hard for it and given a great account of themselves to prove that they belong at playing in this level. And if I had my way, they would be playing in our league full time next season. Difficult loss for the Warriors though. Great comeback in that 3rd and final period. Took it to overtime. It was always going to be difficult though, and so it proved. A lot of respect there by a lot of the Racers players as they're shaking hands with the Warriors. It's good to see some very sporting handshakes and hugs by the looks of it. And I think, as I say, a lot of credit needs to go to Tony Hand, in my opinion, for coaching his side and doing such a fantastic job. A lot of people were sceptical, I think, about their validity in terms of being in the cup final. Well, you know, they did the job and beat Solway in Dumfries, and you know, that was a massive step. And beating the Warriors twice this season, so you know, you can say, people can say what they like, but this is a very good Murrayfield Racers side. And I would say they're worthy winners. They've outmatched the Warriors this weekend.